Mission Yuva will be launched, aimed to create 1,37,000 enterprises and 4,25,000 jobs over 5 years, making Jammu and Kashmir a hub for entrepreneurship and employment. Mission Yuva will also drive skill development, with training for 1,080 candidates and organize job fairs in Jammu and Srinagar, connecting job seekers with employers. The initiative will focus on first-generation entrepreneurs, women, and youth from remote areas, supporting MSMEs, startups, and scaling existing businesses. It will offer credit support, subsidies, and access to platforms like ONDC. A dedicated digital platform will provide AI-based planning, training, and progress tracking. To enhance worker welfare in the unorganized sector, over 34 lakh laborers have been registered on the e-Shram portal. A 24/7 helpline, Shram Mitra, will be set up in Jammu and Srinagar for worker grievances. Existing labor laws will be amended to align with the Ease of Doing Business guidelines, including updates to the J&K Shops and Establishments Act 1966. Additionally, eligible e-Shram workers will benefit from Ayushman Bharat scheme, and night shelters will be developed for migrant workers in remote areas. The J&K Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Board is enhancing worker welfare through educational aid, smart cards for secure data tracking, and a transparent online cess collection portal. New training institutions with residential facilities will be established, and workers will benefit from insurance schemes like PMJJBY and APMJAY. These initiatives will create a self-reliant ecosystem by empowering individuals with skills, expanding job opportunities, and strengthening welfare across Jammu and Kashmir. The government will also explore solutions for casual, seasonal, and temporary workers to ensure they too have access to a good quality of life. To support structured skill development, 1 lakh youth will be trained over 5 years under the KMKYB 4.0, PM Vishwakarma, and other schemes. The UDAN scheme will be revived to provide youth with job opportunities. 83 units have transitioned to NCVT, benefiting 1,800 more students with globally recognized national trade certificates. Further, the Health Craft Institute in Jammu will be upgraded to an Institute of Hotel Management, and 3,000 women in self-help groups will be upskilled to improve their financial stability. 12 new age courses in IoT, smart healthcare, solar electricians, and EV mechanics will be introduced to enhance employability. To empower the youth of Jammu and Kashmir with industry-relevant skills and entrepreneurial opportunities, our government proposes the establishment of the Jammu and Kashmir Skill and Entrepreneurship University. This institution will provide cutting-edge training in technology, healthcare, tourism, renewable energy, and traditional crafts, while fostering innovation, startup incubation, and industry partnerships. By bridging the gap between education and employment, JKSEU will reduce unemployment, create a skilled workforce, and nurture job creators. A special focus will be given to marginalized communities, ensuring inclusive growth. Our government is working out the modalities for the implementation of this ambitious initiative. For labor, employment, and skill development, an allocation of about rupees 364.49 crore has been made under capital expenditure for the year 25-26, which is 246 crores more than the revised allocation for 24-25. Our government is committed to strengthening food security through a robust and efficient public distribution system. Smart PDS will be implemented in 25-26 to enhance service delivery, prevent leakages, and ensure fair and transparent distribution of essential commodities across Jammu and Kashmir. As an additional measure of social security, I propose free ration of 10 kgs per person with all AAY beneficiaries starting April 1st, 2025 to enhance nutritional support for the most vulnerable. To further improve accessibility and streamline distribution, the government will assess and upgrade fair price shops, reinforcing our commitment to an efficient and inclusive food security system. Our government is dedicated to the welfare and empowerment of our tribal communities, who have long faced socio-economic challenges. To improve their quality of life, we are constructing 25 new hostels, along with 8 new hostel buildings, 285 smart schools, and 6 Eklavya model research schools, model residential schools. Additionally, 2,000 tribal youth will benefit from livelihood generation, skill development, and professional coaching, while 46,000 students will receive scholarships. In the 25-26 fiscal year, we will establish 100 smart schools and 11 new Eklavya model residential schools, alongside 26 new SP GMB hostels. We are modernizing 10 existing hostels and 5 hostels will be completed soon. Through the Dharti Aba Janjatiya Gram Utkarsh Abhiyan, 393 villages will undergo comprehensive development, focusing on infrastructure, healthcare, education, and livelihoods. For nomadic communities, we will provide 200 sheep units and develop 10 milk villages in the coming year. These initiatives will ensure greater inclusion and empowerment for our tribal communities. Our government is committed to ensuring safety and support for women through Sakhi Nivas and Shakti Sadan initiatives to provide secure accommodation for working women and those pursuing education or training. 5 new Sakhi Nivas will be established in Srinagar, Anantnag, Baramulla, Kathua, and Rajouri, expanding the initiative beyond the operational facility in Rupnagar, Jammu. For women in distress, including victims of trafficking, 11 new Shakti Sadans will be set up in Anantnag, Bandipur, Bargam, Doda, Jammu, Kathua, Pulwama, Riyasi, Ramban, Poonch, and Srinagar, adding to the existing centers in Jammu and Kupwara. These facilities will provide shelter, care, and rehabilitation services to help women reintegrate into society. Our government is committed to enhancing support systems for vulnerable children and individuals in need. In 25-26, a halfway home for mentally cured individuals will be completed to provide shelter, rehabilitation, and reintegration support. To strengthen early childhood care and education, 547 Anganwadi centers will be upgraded into Saksham Anganwadi centers and Bal Vidyalayas, creating a stimulated learning environment for young children. Additionally, 3 Palash buildings in Samba, Ramban, and Poonch will be completed, offering shelter and educational support for boys, and a new Vatsalya Sadan will be constructed in Badam. Our government remains committed to providing financial assistance to the most vulnerable sections of society through the Integrated Social Assistance Scheme, or the ISSS, and the National Social Assistance Program, or the NSAP. These critical social security initiatives support old age persons, widows, divorcees, and specially abled individuals who lack financial stability. I propose an enhancement in pensions amounting to 10,07,324 individuals across Jammu and Kashmir. 1,250 per month for persons below 60 years of age, 1,500 per month for persons aged between 60 and below 80 years, and 2,000 per month for persons aged over 80 and above. This revision has been long overdue, as the existing pension amount of Rs 1,000 was fixed in 2016. This has been eroded by inflation and rising costs of essential goods, healthcare, and daily necessities. This enhancement will increase the total pension outlay from 1,209 crores to 1,755 crores per annum, ensuring greater financial security and dignity for those in need. Our government is committed to strengthening the financial security and support for women. The coverage of the Ladli Beti scheme has expanded significantly from 16,095 beneficiaries in 2017 to 1,61,552 in 23-24. with financial assistance increasing from 24 crores to 847 crores during this period. On the eve of International Women's Day, our government is proud to announce a transformative initiative to empower women and promote economic inclusion. I propose, starting from 1st April 2025, all women in Jammu and Kashmir will be granted free ridership on government-owned transport all women in Jammu and Kashmir will be granted free ridership on government-owned public transport, including e-buses. This initiative will ease financial burdens, enhance access to education and employment, and ensure safer, more affordable travel. By removing transport costs, we aim to increase women's mobility, boost workforce participation, and foster greater independence. I urge this August House to support this progressive step towards a safer, more inclusive, and economically empowered Jammu and Kashmir. To further support women from economically weaker sections, I propose an enhancement of financial assistance under the Marriage Assistance Scheme from Rs 50,000 to 75,000 for AAY category girls. This increase aims to provide greater financial relief to underprivileged families. Moving forward, we will streamline the scheme's implementation and ensure adequate budget allocation to broaden its reach and impact. Our government is committed to women's empowerment through self-reliance and entrepreneurship. With over 7 lakh women in 90,000 self-help groups and 3 lakh women farmers trained, rural livelihoods have been significantly strengthened. Nearly 2 lakh agriculture nutrition gardens now enhance household nutrition security. Under the Lakpati BB scheme, we will support 40,000 women in launching micro startups, ensuring a sustainable annual income of 1 lakh and further advancing economic independence across Jammu and Kashmir. The 2014 floods highlighted the need for proactive disaster mitigation. To enhance resilience, our government is establishing a 39 crore disaster management mitigation fund, the first dedicated fund for prevention, early warning systems and preparedness. By investing in tools, manpower and infrastructure, we aim to reduce risks and safeguard lives and property across Jammu and Kashmir. Recognizing the rising threats of glacial lake outburst floods or GLOFs and landslides, our government is taking proactive measures to protect vulnerable communities and infrastructure. I propose a 15 crore allocation for GLOF risk monitoring, early warning systems and mitigation strategies. Additionally, under the National Landslide Risk Mitigation Program, 15 crores is earmarked for risk assessment, monitoring and engineering solutions to stabilize landslide-prone areas. These initiatives will enhance disaster preparedness and build a climate-resilient Jammu and Kashmir. Our government expresses heartfelt gratitude to the Honourable Prime Minister and the Government of India for their unwavering support through the Prime Minister's Development Package or PMDP 2015. This transformative initiative has strengthened infrastructure and boosted economic growth in Jammu and Kashmir. Out of 58,466 crore allocated for 53 projects, 51,813 crores has been utilized, achieving a 97.04% utilization rate, with 39 projects completed or substantially completed. We remain committed to ensuring the timely completion of the remaining projects, reinforcing our vision for a stronger, self-reliant Jammu and Kashmir. The power sector is a top priority for our government, as it is the backbone of a thriving economy. Our vision is twofold. First, to make J&K an energy hub, achieving self-sufficiency and becoming a net power exporter by harnessing its vast hydro potential. And second, to ensure 24/7 reliable and affordable electricity for all households by 27-28. To achieve this, we are implementing a well-coordinated plan covering all these aspects of the power supply chain. Jammu and Kashmir has a hydro potential of 20,000 megawatts, but only 3,400 megawatts has been harnessed. To fast-track development, Pakalgul, Thiru, Gwar and Ratle will add 3,000 plus megawatts by 2027. New projects like Tirthai 1, Dulhasti 2, Bursar, Savlakot, Uri 1 Stage 2, Uj and Tirthai 2 will add 4,500 megawatts within a decade, ensuring energy self-sufficiency and making J&K a power exporter. To unlock J&K's full hydropower potential, my government will introduce a new hydropower policy to accelerate development, attract private investment, and drive sustainable energy growth. To enhance the power distribution infrastructure and ensure a reliable, efficient, and financially sustainable power supply, the Government of India has sanctioned 5,620 crores, 2,807.70 crores for Jammu and 2,834.21 crores for Kashmir under the Revamped Distribution Sector Scheme or RDSS. Under this scheme, J&K has submitted an ambitious investment plan of 12,922 crores, focusing on smart metering, loss reduction, and modernization of the distribution network in both rural and urban areas. Phase 1 of the scheme, currently under execution, includes the installation of 11,500 HPDS transformers, conversion of 23,000 km of LT bare conductors to AB cables, bifurcation of 2,750 km of feeders, replacement of 8,000 transformers, and the installation of 14 lakh smart meters. Additionally, IT, OT systems, integration, unified billing systems, enterprise resource program are being implemented to enhance operational efficiency. Notably, over 40% progress has already been achieved in loss reduction works, and the projects are on track for completion by 2026, with more than 40,000 smart meters installed so far. Looking ahead, the modernization component under RDSS will introduce advanced distribution system automation, construction of new 33 by 11 kV substations, renovation of existing infrastructure, and deployment of smart grid projects. SCADA, BMS, RTDAS, GIS, and infrastructure for EV charging. A special emphasis has been placed on enhancing the aesthetic appeal of Jammu and Srinagar by converting overhead electrical networks into underground cabling along major roads. These initiatives under RDSS mark a transformative step towards a modern, resilient, and sustainable power sector, ensuring quality, affordability, and uninterrupted electricity for all consumers across Jammu and Kashmir. Aligned with our vision for energy independence, we are prioritizing renewable energy. With J&K's strong solar potential, we are promoting rooftop solar installations under the PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. Solarization of 22,494 government buildings with a total capacity of 314 megawatts is to be completed by December 2025. To accelerate adoption, J&K will offer substantial subsidies, lowering consumer power costs and ensuring long-term financial stability for DISCOMs. 5,000 solar agriculture pumps shall be installed under the PM Kusum Yojana. 7 new solar power projects with an aggregate capacity of 32.25 megawatts are to be completed this year. One of the key challenges we face is the gap between the cost of power supply and revenue collection. While the average cost per unit is 7 rupees, we recover only 2 rupees 50 paisa due to systemic inefficiencies, high losses, and low tariffs. To bridge this gap, our government is implementing 100% smart metering, strengthening billing and collection mechanisms, and modernizing the entire distribution network. These measures will enhance efficiency, reduce commercial losses, and improve revenue realization. Our goal is to bring down aggregate technical and commercial or AT&C losses from 41% to 25% by 25-26, ensuring a financially sustainable power sector. To provide financial relief and energy security to the most vulnerable, I propose to provide 200 units of free electricity all AAY families in Jammu and Kashmir, integrated with the PM Surya Ghar Bijli Yojana. This initiative will enable the installation of grid-connected solar systems, generating the required power and eliminating electricity bills. With an investment of 750 crore spread over 5 years, this step will also reduce AT&C losses and promote sustainable energy. I urge this August House to support this transformative move towards a greener, more inclusive and self-reliant Jammu and Kashmir. I propose to institute the Chief Minister's Awards to recognize and reward exemplary efforts by field functionaries in reducing aggregate technical and commercial AT&C losses and conducting energy audits. This initiative aims to foster a culture of efficiency, accountability and innovation in the power sector, ultimately contributing to a more sustainable and resilient energy ecosystem. Our government remains committed to ensuring a smooth and secure Amarnath Yatra. Building on the successes of previous years, with seamless coordination between various government agencies and stakeholders, we will enhance pilgrim facilities, improve safety measures, and ensure the efficient conduct of this sacred journey. Recognizing the Yatra's significant economic impact on the region, we are dedicated to supporting local businesses, boosting tourism, and creating livelihood opportunities while upholding the spiritual and cultural essence of this revered pilgrimage. The safety and well-being of our power sector workforce are paramount. Our government will build dedicated lineman huts and essential facilities to support thousands of linemen and field staff who work tirelessly, often risking their lives in extreme conditions. We will also prioritize capacity building and enhance insurance coverage to ensure their safety and well-being as they perform critical power sector duties. Additionally, a fully equipped power training institute will be established to provide continuous skill development and professional growth. For power sector, an allocation of 2,021.37 crores has been made under capital expenditure for the year 25-26, which is 762 crores more than the revised allocation of 24-25. The government has made significant strides in expanding physical connectivity with a focus on improving road access to rural areas. Under the Prime Minister's Gram Sadak Yojana, all rural settlements with a population of 250 plus as per the 2001 census have been connected. Over the past 4 years, 7,886 km of roads have been constructed, and through accelerated execution and close monitoring, the road construction speed has been doubled. This has greatly improved connectivity to remote villages and reduced travel time across all districts. In 25-26, our government plans to blacktop 4,000 kilometers of roads across various sectors. Including PMGS road and bridge projects will be undertaken under NABARD, with 60 ongoing bridges provided with road connectivity. Work is underway on key national highways, including the Jammu-Akhnur-Poonch, Srinagar, Baramulla-Uri, Chennai-Sukmadev, Keleni, Kishtwar-Khanabal national highways. The completion of the Banihal bypass on the Srinagar-Jammu NH has reduced travel time by half an hour. The Delhi-Amritsar-Katra expressway is under construction, which will cut the travel time between Delhi and Katra to just 6 hours. The Srinagar and Jammu ring roads are in advanced stages, and the Z-Mode, now christened the Sonmarg Tunnel, has been completed, with the Zujila Tunnel also under progress. Development work has started on the Baramulla-Kupwara-Tregam, Baramulla-Uri, Patan bypass and Baramulla bypass, with 8 tunnel projects. While 8 tunnel projects are in advanced stages, including the Sudmadev, Ranga and Sinhpura Bailu tunnels. The work on the semi-ring road for Jammu, 58 kilometers, is nearing completion, while the four-laning of the semi-ring road for Srinagar has achieved 60% physical progress. Tunnel work on the semi-ring road in Jammu is also underway. Both ring roads are expected to be commissioned by October 2025. The completion of this final segment of the Udhampur-Srinagar-Baramulla rail link marks a significant milestone in enhancing connectivity and development in Jammu and Kashmir. This crucial project will strengthen integration with the rest of the country, boost economic growth, and facilitate faster, more efficient transportation. As we prepare for its full operationalization, we must ensure seamless logistics, robust infrastructure, and adequate facilities to maximize its impact on regional progress and connectivity. For the roads and bridges sector, an allocation of about rupees 4,062.93 crores has been made under capital expenditure for 25-26, which is 439.28 crores more than the revised allocation for 24-25. This enhanced investment will support infrastructure development, improve connectivity, and facilitate economic growth across Jammu and Kashmir. Our government is committed to improving irrigation and water supply infrastructure. The Tavi Barrage project aimed at creating an artificial lake with 1.41 million cubic meters pondage to boost tourism in Jammu is progressing rapidly and will be completed during this financial year. Additionally, the Shahpur Kandi Dam project, which will provide 1,150 cusecs of water from the river Ravi, is advancing well. Upon completion, it will ensure assured irrigation for 32,173 hectares in Kathua and Samba, benefiting local agriculture and enhancing water security. Our government shall also undertake completion of 143 irrigation and flood control schemes under the PM-KSY HKKP with an estimated amount of 611.12 crores. Our government is committed to ensuring clean and safe drinking water for every household in Jammu and Kashmir through the Jal Jeevan mission. A majority of households have already been connected and efforts are underway to complete the remaining connections within the mission period. We are focusing on the completion of 1,544 ongoing development supply schemes, improving quality, enhancing last mile connectivity, strengthening distribution networks, and ensuring sustainable water sources to prevent supply disruptions. This is the last year of JJM schemes. 3,266 JJM schemes shall be handed over to the Pani Samitis for operation and maintenance. In addition, water supply schemes of both AIMS Avantipora and Vijaypur shall be completed. Our government also proposes strengthening and accreditation of 98 water testing labs this year. Through these efforts, we aim to provide reliable and uninterrupted access to drinking water for all. Under flood management and border area program, 12 flood protection works, 20 irrigation projects under KMKSY are set to be completed this year. The Lar Canal in Gandarbal will be upgraded to enhance irrigation efficiency and improve water resource management. Additionally, 143 schemes shall be completed under the PMKSY HKKP scheme, along with 20 water supply schemes and 10 irrigation schemes under NABARD, strengthening water security and irrigation facilities. The construction of entry and exit gates for Hokasar wetland is also nearing completion. For irrigation and water supply, an allocation of about 2,662.71 crores has been made under capital expenditure for the year 25-26, which is 817.87 crore more than the revised allocation of 24-25. Under the Smart City Mission, 309 urban infrastructure projects are underway in Jammu and Srinagar, including 20 PPP projects worth 666 crores and 55 convergence projects worth 3,475 crores. Key initiatives include Srinagar Square, Lal Chowk, Jhelum Riverfront, Polo View, and major road improvements, with 29 projects set for completion this year. Under the Green Urban Transport Initiative, 200 e-buses under the Smart City Mission are operational on designated inter- and intra-city routes, with an additional 200 e-buses approved under the PM E-Bus Seva program, set to be introduced soon. Furthermore, environmentally friendly e-rickshaws, e-autos, and public bicycles shall be further promoted in both capital cities. The Real Estate Regulatory Authority has been made functional to promote the real estate sector and safeguard consumer interests. To promote organized housing development, land has been allocated for mass housing projects, including the Shahjar Heights and the satellite township of Rakhigun Daksha. Additionally, residential colonies for EWS beneficiaries are being developed in Dhirpur, Samba, Padgampura, Pulwama, Chhatrahama, Ganderbal, Balwal, Rupnagar and Chowandi area, Jammu, alongside integrated mass housing colonies at Watapura, Bandipora, and a satellite township of Rakhigun Daksha. Under PMAY, housing units for EWS, LIG, and MIT families are being completed. Our government remains committed to ensuring the timely execution of these projects and continuing the development of these colonies in the future. Under Amrut, significant infrastructure improvements have been made, including 74 km of sewer lines, 13,000 sewage connections, 6 km of pedestrian walkways, 104 km of stormwater drains, and the development of green spaces. In Amrut 2.0, 49 water supply schemes, including major projects in Sopore and Kathua, will be undertaken, with GIS-based master planning also set to improve urban planning in municipal councils and twin cities of Jammu and Srinagar. Solid waste management has been enhanced in 33 urban local bodies, with further plans to establish solid waste management centers in all 78 urban local bodies. Projects for bioremedification of waste in Kotbalwal, Jammu and Achan Srinagar are underway to address hazardous waste accumulation. Additionally, a waste disposal policy will be introduced to mitigate the environmental and health impacts of improper waste disposal. Our government will continue to focus on urban development through these initiatives. To promote ease of transactions and reduce legal disputes over property transfers, I propose a reform in the stamp duty structure for gift transactions among blood relatives. Currently, the stamp duty for such transactions varies from 3% to 7%, which discourages formal registration. To address this, I propose to reduce the stamp duty on property gifted to blood relatives to 0. Benefiting families by encouraging legal documentation and reducing inheritance disputes. This initiative will provide financial relief, ensure transparency, and streamline property transfers in Jammu and Kashmir. For housing and urban development, an allocation of 2,761.74 crores has been made under capital expenditure for 25-26, which is 823.53 crores more than the RA of 24-25. Our government is committed to constructing a state-of-the-art legislative complex in Jammu to replace the century-old facility at the Civil Secretariat. With an estimated cost of 208 crores, 72 crores has been utilized already. I propose an allocation of 50 crores in this budget for its timely creation, creating a modern, technology-driven environment for efficient and transparent lawmaking. Our government is committed to establishing a national law university in Jammu and Kashmir to drive legal education, reforms and research. With world-class training aligned to contemporary standards, the NLU will further empower future legal professionals and enhance justice delivery. I propose a provision of 50 crores in the budget for the National Law University in this year's budget for this transformative initiative. Our government is committed to ensuring efficient and accessible justice delivery through the development of state-of-the-art judicial infrastructure across Jammu and Kashmir. We are constructing new court buildings, residential complexes for judicial officers, and chambers for advocates, while also renovating existing facilities. These efforts reflect our commitment to strengthening the justice system and ensuring legal accessibility for all. I propose an allocation of 125 crores in the budget to meet this requirement. Our government is committed to a digital Jammu and Kashmir, enhancing efficiency, transparency and service delivery. The number of online public services has increased from 60 to 1,166 with integrations like mobile doors, DigiLocker and payment gateway. We are adopting an outcome-based digital strategy, focusing on principles like line to online, queue to QR, and cashless and presence-less services, ensuring accessible and citizen-centric governance. Our government is enhancing IT infrastructure and digital governance through the e-Governance Center of Excellence, fostering innovation in agriculture and healthcare. Initiatives like Wi-Fi hubs, digital village centers, and hospital automation, citizen service through IVRS, and network and security operations centers will further improve efficiency and transparency. The 861.37 crore expansion of Jammu Airport and the 1,667 crore expansion of Srinagar Airport are pivotal to enhancing air connectivity in the region. Jammu's expansion, including a new civil enclave on 900 plus canals, will increase capacity and infrastructure to be completed by June 2026. Srinagar's expansion with an integrated terminal and apron extension will further boost peak hour capacity to 2,900 and annual capacity to 10 million, transforming it into a world-class hub, driving tourism, trade and economic growth. Our government is expanding the subsidized helicopter service scheme with the Jammu-Jammu route recently approved and more routes planned. To strengthen connectivity, 6 new helipads in Bandipur and 1 in Kupwara are operational, with additional helipads to be built over the next 2 years, for which I propose an allocation of rupees 10 crores in this budget. Under the UDAN scheme, the Kishtwar airstrip will be developed, boosting regional connectivity and economic growth. Post-apportionment of our assets with Ladakh and recognizing the need for additional and better facilities, our government has prioritized the development of modern, self-sustaining accommodation and bhavans for visiting patients, students, people and officers from Jammu and Kashmir in Delhi, Mumbai, Chandigarh and Amritsar. I propose a provision of 50 crores in the budget for this facility. Our government is committed to improving residential facilities for our employees, recognizing their vital role in governance. With about 4,500 existing residential units in Jammu and Srinagar, we aim to meet the growing demand by expanding infrastructure. In the current fiscal year, nearly 300 new 2 BHK and 3 BHK units will be added, to 216 in Srinagar and the rest in Jammu. I propose 38 crores for their completion in this budget. Additionally, a new project for twin towers with 64 modern 4 BHK and 3 BHK units at Canal Road, Jammu will address accommodation shortages at higher levels. With an estimated cost of 63 crores, I propose 20 crores in the budget for this project. Furthermore, we plan to monetize high potential assets and redevelop outdated accommodations with a total provision of 10 crores in this budget. To support newly created departments, we will expand the civil secretariat complexes by creating additional wings both in Jammu and Srinagar, for which I propose an allocation of 20 crores for this initiative. A free, independent and responsible press is the cornerstone of a vibrant democracy. Our government is unwavering in its commitment to upholding press freedom and ensuring that journalists operate in a secure and transparent environment. The media plays a vital role in shaping public opinion, strengthening democratic institutions, and keeping citizens informed. In this spirit, we are committed to strengthening press infrastructure, facilitating greater access to information, and protecting the rights of journalists. We will take concrete steps to revive and support the press clubs in Jammu and Srinagar, providing a dedicated space for journalists to engage, collaborate, and contribute meaningfully in public discourse. The original grant for the financial year 2024-25 was 1,51,526 crores gross and 1,18,390 crores net of WNA of rupees 33,156 crores. During the course of the year from 1st April 24 to 31st March 25, an amount of 6,242.34 crores shall be withdrawn in excess of grant in respect of demand number 1, GAB, 2, Home, 8, Finance, 10, Law, 12, Agriculture Production, 18, Social Welfare, 19, Housing and Urban, 24, Hospitality and Protocol, 29, Transport, 30, Tribal Affairs, 32, Horticulture, 33, Disaster Management, Relief, Rehabilitation and Reconstruction, and 36, Cooperative, out of the Consolidated Fund of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir to defray expenses on services and purposes required during this period. This had been largely necessitated due to expenses related to pension, land purchase at Dwarka, New Delhi, stipend and scholarship in social welfare schemes, and grants under agriculture development. My government is dedicated to expanding social security for the most vulnerable sections of society while enhancing J&K's competitiveness in national economy through grassroots level reforms. This budget not only strengthens welfare measures but also drives transformative programs to accelerate infrastructure development, productivity and economic growth, ensuring a more prosperous and inclusive Jammu and Kashmir. We need to ensure that this is done in a fiscally prudent manner. We need to explore every avenue for upscaling revenue generation while enhancing social protection for the poor. We need to ensure cost savings through austerity measures and efficiency measures. We must also improve the impact of public expenditure by leveraging scale, competition and private initiatives. In this direction, we will undertake rationalization of tax on fossil fuels. While fossil fuels are presently essential to our development, the encouragement of their consumption needs to be gradually reduced to encourage a shift towards cleaner technologies. The prices of these fossil fuels are lower in Jammu and Kashmir than neighboring states like Punjab, Haryana, Himachal and Delhi. Hence, it is proposed to reduce the rebate on petrol by 1 rupee per litre and on HSD by 2 rupees per litre and increase tax rate on aviation turbine fuel to 5%. We are losing tax revenue due to purchase of new and used vehicles from outside Jammu and Kashmir. But these vehicles use public roads and parking infrastructure in Jammu and Kashmir. Such purchases from outside J&K not only cause revenue loss, but also deprive local dealers of business. Hence, for all fresh, non-transport vehicles having an authorized dealership or sale point in Jammu and Kashmir, purchased from outside Jammu and Kashmir, they shall be levied a 12% road token tax. Thus, there will be a 3% green cess over and above the existing tax rate on such vehicles. To augment revenues, our government is committed to exploring the introduction and enhancement of various taxes, tariffs, fees and royalties as appropriate. This approach will ensure sustainable fiscal growth while balancing economic development and public welfare. The grant to autonomous bodies, including universities, shall be linked to their enrollment, R&D work, consultancy work, and revenue realization. The total gross receipts for 25-26 are estimated at 1,40,309.99 crores, including the provision for wage and meat advances and overdraft of 28,000 crores. Given these receipts, the total gross expenditure is estimated to be 1,40,309.99 crores. The total net budget estimates for the fiscal 25-26 are rupees 1,12,310 crores, excluding the provision for wage and means advances and overdraft. The expected revenue receipts are 97,982 crore and capital receipts are 40,328 crore. Similarly, the revenue expenditure is estimated to be 79,303 crore and the capital expenditure is to be 32,607 crore. The own tax revenues, both tax and non-tax, are estimated to be 31,905 crores. In addition to this, 41,000 crores is to flow as central assistance and 30,522 crore as CSS PMPP to the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The tax to GDP ratio is projected at 7.5% for 25-26. Fiscal deficit for the year for 25-26 is estimated to be 3.3%. This is substantially lower than the 5.5% in 24-25 RE. The details are placed before this August House through the FRBM document. GDP for the year 25-26 has been projected at 2,88,422 crores, which shows a growth of 9.5% over the previous year. Honorable Speaker, sir, with these words, I commend the budget for the financial year 25-26 of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir to this August House for consideration.
पहले तकरीर आपने सुनी, इसकी कॉपी ऐवान के मेज पर रखी जाती है. Now, Honorable Chief Minister, present statement of supplementary expenditure for the year 2025.
Sir, I rise to present the supplementary statement for expenditure for the year 24-25.
इसके साथ ही हमारे आज की कार्रवाई खत्म होती है और हम कानून के 8 मार्च प्रेसिडेंट चुनाव बंद कर